James from Holistic Practice Development, here with your weekly tip. We get a lot of questions from practitioners about working with patients that don't have the money to afford ongoing services or products. And this is something that we hear about all the time, more and more in this economy. But I just wanted to talk a little bit, first of all, about the difference between sympathy and empathy within the practice. And I feel like this is one of the greatest milestones that practitioners can pass on their way to really being an effective practitioner and also running an effective business. Now, it's very easy and it's a lot more simple from you, and it takes a lot less effort to be sympathetic. Oh, you know, I can't afford coming in for another visit. I've got this, I've got that. You know, I saw a statistic last night that 75% of homes in America have 3 TVs in them. 75% have 3 or more. Okay, there is money out there. Let's be clear about this. How many people go straight from your office straight to the liquor store, or straight to Starbucks, or straight to other places? Starbucks still exists in like the worst recession in our time. I mean, it's really unbelievable. There's more money floating around than you feel there is. So the key is not to be sympathetic with them, to agree about how they can't do their lifestyle choices, about how they can't do this because of this situation or that situation. Your goal as a practitioner is to be empathetic with them, to understand their program, to process that, and to give them a step-by-step to be their guide towards getting where they want to go. So you have to ask them questions and use the opportunities to be able to revitalize their mind. I hear a lot of practitioners who say, I don't have time to educate people in my sessions, but I feel like the time could be used a lot more effectively in those sessions. We talk about doing your education en masse, so doing different types of events to bring your patients into the practice for education, using that time one-on-one to really engage with the patients. And by engaging, I'm talking about empathy. So asking them, you know, what are your health goals? And being quiet and giving them a time to respond and having them time to think. This is their highest leverage time they will get. Who else out there cares enough to ask that question? The mom who still buys them, candy, or their boyfriend, or whatever. No, you're the person who has the ability to really be able to help them. And it's the key thing is asking the right questions at the right time to help them think differently. If they think the same when they come into your office as when they leave, they're going to have exactly the same habits as when they leave. What we're all about here is changing habits, and it takes empathy. And to be empathetic and to ask those types of questions, it takes confidence. And that's why practitioners go through this process, and that's one of the key milestones that we have. So one of the fine skills that we work with in holistic practice development is teaching you to ask the right questions at the right time to revitalize the minds of the patients that you're working with, so that they can really start to see their issues in context of the solutions that they can provide. So I would recommend asking open-ended questions where they have to actually express themselves rather than saying yes or no. And you can do that from the intake form, ask questions from there, and use silence to build pressure and to be able to, get them to think. And so we will be offering on future videos like this ideas of good questions to ask. But I really feel like if you can get this as a practitioner, you can help people to revitalize their mind, you can help them to take different choices about their life, you can help them to get better, and that patient that you help to go through that process will be your best spokesperson for life and will fill your practice for the amount of time that you want to be still in practice. So this is a tip from Holistic Practice Development. My name's James Maskell. Myself and Dr. Andrew Collier look forward for opportunities to be able to help you to grow a strong, sustainable practice and use skills like this to really, really make a difference, not only in your practice, but in this world. Thanks very much for your time, and we'll see you next time.